right. I was about to start journaling about my non-beneficial alien experience last night. And my guides, after I'm clearing myself, were like, just make a video about it. This is for educational purposes only and not to alarm or scare anyone. It's literally just one of the many encounters I've had with ETs, and this one just happens to be not beneficial. Okay. So I've started doing yoga again, and I guess you could say I'm going through another Kundalini awakening because it's quite profound. Excuse me. And I could feel this time many things activating and the process of what's happening. And last night I could not sleep. And my cat usually does not sleep in my bed. But last night was like right on me, right next to me. Had to have like something touching me because he was like, yo, there's some weirdness going on. I could not sleep. I woke up so many times. And I could actually see they appeared to be grays, but they were glamoring in a certain way. Like they were kind of trying to cloak themselves so they looked very distorted. And they kept saying they weren't the grays. And I'm like, okay. Because when you ask who they are and they don't tell you right away, or they don't give you any information, and I kept saying no, even in my dream, whatever state, so unconscious, subconscious state, astral, whatever you want to call it, I was like, no, I don't give you permission to do whatever it is that you're doing. Stop. And they were like, yes. And I was like, no. And they were like, yes. I could identify 4 beings. And they all kind of felt female, even though it was kind of like gender neutral. I feel like they were like dressed like how a feminine would like, I don't know if it was like a robe, but it was like more of a feminine type energy. But basically, whatever they were doing to me, I actually saw they were removing, it looked like it was about this long. It looked like a snake. It looked like kind of like a caterpillar though, because it had like almost like little tendrils on it. And it was like in the back of my spine and going up to my head. And I just kept getting like, is that my Kundalini? It was weird. And my guides today are like, you know, because it's kind of traumatic when you're aware to some degree of what's going on. And my guides are like, let's not ask too many questions. Like, we'll tell you what you need to know. Because it is all very weird. But basically I saw them remove this thing from me. So a part of me was like, oh, maybe it's a good thing. But my guides today were like, no, that wasn't an implanted device. They were trying to totally, I don't know, steal something from you, take something from you. And again, these poor guys, they've merged with technology so much that they've lost their connection to divine source, and they're just trying to get it back. And at one point, that entered my head of like, you're trying to take my Kundalini because you're trying to save yourself. So on one hand, like, I get it. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's not going to work. Like, that's mine. Like, you can't take someone else's life force energy. You can't steal bits of their soul. Like, as much as, you know, witchcraft or even aliens, like, they want to use technology or use other forces to try and copy and paste or steal or manipulate or transfer or all of these things. Like, to me, just none of it works. It's like, in my experience with the divine, all the crazy weird shit that's happened to me can be undone. Or the divine source is seeing it, allowing it to happen because something better is going to replace it. So if anything, even if you don't believe in any of what I'm saying, maybe the takeaway is don't have fear, go through the process, and have an unshakable faith and trust that whatever is happening, it's for the highest good. I mean, in this reality, it doesn't mean let people walk all over you and, you know, humans and what have you. I mean, obviously stand up for yourself, have your boundaries. But if you're doing all the right things, these tower moments or this weird stuff that's happening to you, it might feel like, oh my God, my whole life is ending. Why is this happening to me? And freak you out. But it's exactly usually the thing that needed to happen to shift you where you're meant to go. Like, what is for the highest... Sorry, I thought there was a button this whole time. What is for the highest good, what you are meant to do next. So, just some food for that.